Delighted to be here today with Rod Hanson, BDO Agribusiness Advisory Principal, who joins us from Christchurch. Kia ora, Rod. Thank you so much for joining me today to talk about wellbeing in Aotearoa's agribusiness community. BDO's new Wellbeing and Business Index is the first survey of its kind, looking specifically at the relationship between business performance and well-being. Now, there are some fascinating insights for agribusiness in this unique report. What were the highlights for you?
Hi, Wilhelmina. Thank you. Yeah, sure. The key takeout from the study more broadly is that it highlighted business financial matters are a key influencer in regards to matters of well-being. Looking specifically at agribusiness, the agribusiness leaders in the survey scored 80 out of 100 on the WHO 5 Wellbeing Index, which is a globally recognised measure for wellbeing, and it was first created from the World Health Organization. Look, and out of interest, I suppose, in those scores, that particular average was 11 points above the whole of business average, which is very encouraging because we all know that the rural sector does have a lot of variables and challenges that they face, which impact on their mental well-being. We also do know that well-being is cyclical, and I'm expecting these positive scores are a reflection of the current environment being enjoyed by the farming sector. Whilst they, like any sector across the country, are being faced with challenges on cost structures, we're currently seeing the red meat industry and dairy commodity prices at some very enjoyable levels. The arable sector has seen some lifts in grain prices, and across many parts of the horticulture industry, such as kiwi fruit and the viticulture industry, we've seen some really strong demand and hence price increases and revenue returns for those particular sectors.
We know that well-being is cyclical and often business conditions can have a huge impact on owner stress. What should agribusinesses look out for in the coming months that might have an impact on their business or their well-being?
Yes, the farming sector, as we know, can be one of the most challenging sectors to work in, with climatic and biological influences, along with a number of other variables. We know that the unpredictability of these factors can create for a large number of headaches. And I suppose on this basis, it's really important that you have a really good understanding of your financials. And it's important that you keep abreast of your cash flow forecasts, and as these variables change, that you have a good eye on what the impacts of this are on your cash flows. We're also coming into a time of the year where working capital requirements start to increase and peak, and as a general comment, across the months of October through to December, we'll start to see some peak working capital requirements appear. Some of these can get quite large and they can appear quite daunting for people at times. Hence, it's really important to have some control and confidence in your numbers, as this will provide for a lot of comfort. Similarly, it's important also to have a plan B and C in the top drawer to deal with different scenarios, and it'll provide for much peace of mind and create some resilience in dealing with mitigating any risks in the business. So it's a matter of being really proactive on this front. And whilst not a seasonal challenge, it's a perennial element that many farming businesses are either going through or contemplating, and that's the element of succession. Look, in this particular front, it's really important that you surround yourself with a really robust team who's experienced in dealing with succession planning. It can be an emotionally absorbing process, but if you get this right, it can be really rewarding also.
And always great to be forward thinking and thinking about the future and the future of your business. Now, where can agribusiness leaders go for more help, more advice to make sure that they stay ahead of the game?
Sure, we're really lucky in our country that we have some strong industry bodies that are generally well resourced. They have good people and strong information specific to their respective industries. In addition, if you've got a professional team that's strong in understanding the rural environment, that's really important that you utilise them, and also your rural communities that you exist in, and any discussion groups that you may be part of, it's important that you're engaging with them. I'd also encourage viewers to read the Wellbeing and Agribusiness report on our website. It features also a range of financial tips. Look, there are also in this particular report, there are many cross-sector insights which can be shared across all sectors, which are so it's worth reading a little bit deeper in that regard. The Rural Support Trust is also an organisation who do an exceptional job in the rural community. They act in confidentiality. They are very passionate about wellbeing in the rural community, and we are proud sponsors of an initiative that they've just launched, the Time Out Tour, which is headed by their ambassador, Matt Chisholm. Matt's story is really cutting, but it resonates with many, and it's well worth listening to. So I'd hugely encourage you to jump on their website and see when that particular tour will be in your region. Well worth listening to and being part of. You'll also see on screen there are a range of wellbeing experts that you can reach out to as well.
Definitely, and the Rural Support Trust, I know, do some amazing work. I've interviewed them a number of times, so a great resource to tap into. Hey, thank you so much for your time, Rod. It's been wonderful hearing all of your insights, your tips and your advice.